Hello, hello. It is Monday, June 16th, and I am 3 scenes away from finishing this draft. That is all I need to focus on doing this week. I have so much stuff to get done, so many projects I'm working on, stories that I'm beta reading, but the only thing I need to focus on for the next 3 days is finishing this draft. I am so close. So, welcome to what better be the final writing vlog of this draft. If it's not, I don't know where I have failed, but I have failed. If you're new here, my name is Dana. I am a Midwestern neurodivergent author, and under the name D.L. Pitchford, I publish unapologetically honest stories with real characters. I really want to dive straight into writing, but I also want to show off some things that I have gotten, starting with the most exciting thing of all. See, it says C.K. Jensen here. C.K.'s most recent book came out, and they finally put it on their website so I could order a signed copy, and I did. I ordered 2 books. They had one of their other books also on their website. This is so cute. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at this. It's gorgeous. The back is so pretty. Look how big the text is. That's really nice. And it is signed. Exciting. And I also got a copy of this. Perfect. Man, CK, your signature is so good. And little stickers, little T, and the Queen of Hearts. Anyway, so new book is out. Go check it out. And you can get these on their website. Also, I was at Pride on Saturday, and so obviously I had to get some cute little goodies. Look at this bookmark. I love it. I also got a sticker from the same booth. These are both by Peace and Bugs. Look at the little envelope. So cute. And then the other thing I got was some more sticker sheets. These are by an artist that I've bought from before. I had to get some more of their sticker sheets. Links to all of this stuff will be in the description, so make sure to check out the artists and make sure to check out CK's new book. Anyway, the chapters over here that have little asterisks next to the word count are the ones that are not complete. All 3 of these scenes I need to finish are partially written. I just need to finish them. One of them will be decently long, the other 2 probably less so, but I don't really know until I get in there and start working on it. The scene I want to focus on today is this fancy dinner that Xander's parents take everyone out to after the exhibit showing off Billy and all of the other graduating seniors' final art projects. So they were just at this exhibit with a whole bunch of people and looking at everyone's artwork. Like, of the main characters, it's just Billy and Prudence who have artwork there. And then Xander's parents invite everyone out. So this is like a group of, I did the math, I think it's 13? Oh, no, 14, and then a baby. So this is going to be like a big dinner of all of the main characters and their family. It's going to be very messy. So this is a long scene, and probably the hardest of the scenes that I have to write. Yeah, I'm going to go use the bathroom and then dive into working on this. And I'll check in with you later. It is 3:08 now. I was writing off and on for the last 3 hours-ish. I wrote a total of 1,119 words to finish that scene, which makes that chapter the longest chapter in the third act, so that's good. That is as it should be, because that scene is basically the climax. It's not particularly climaxy right now because this is bad, but it's fine. It will be fine. At one point I had to stop to figure out where people are sitting at this giant table. That means 1 of 3 scenes is done. I have 2 scenes left to finish this. That's huge. My total word count right now is 87,608 words, which not nearly as high as I would like it to be, but oh well. So much of this third act will get fleshed out in the next draft because this is very rough. I have so many threads to this story, but they're not coming together at the end. Everything's just loose, really loose. Nothing is really making sense. It's all, it's really bad. And I will have to make it better on the next draft because I don't know if I can make this better how it is now. I have to save it for later. I can't. Anyway, 2 scenes. They're not even going to be that long. The final scene is probably going to be, it can't be more than 1,000 words. It's going to be short. Not that the scene I just finished was a whole lot more than 1,000 words. The final version will probably be closer to 3,000 words though. There's so much to flesh out. There's so many things that I did not get to. I'm not at a place where I can really plan out what I need to add in. With the scene I just finished, one of the main things I need to do is flesh out literally everything that happens. So much of it is summary and not actually playing out for you. It's just being talked about in the narration. So just fleshing that out would double the word count of the scene. I just don't know how to flesh it out. And then there are so many aspects that don't really come up. This is a scene that is, including a baby, 16 people are here. Some of them will be talking more than others, but in that scene, half the characters don't say a damn thing. That's not realistic. That just doesn't happen. Even if Billy isn't paying attention to conversation, it's still happening, and it at least needs to be mentioned a tiny bit in an offhand comment in the narration. Obviously, when you have that many people at a table, most of the conversation will be in smaller groups. So that part isn't really shown. I know there are other aspects of the story that need to be brought up in this scene, and it just didn't happen. But also, all of the interactions with Xander's parents are lackluster at best. This scene is so rough, which is fine. I knew it would be, because there's so much to this that I haven't fully figured out. The third act of this book is still very discovery draft, very zero draft. It's really frustrating because so much of the earlier parts of this draft are really solid. And so it goes from this is a rough draft to, oh, this is too rough to be a rough draft. I don't know, we'll fix it later. That's all I can really say, is it will get better in the future. Right now it's bad, and it will get better, and that's fine. But I have 2 scenes. I'm sure there will be more scenes added in these final sections in the next draft, but for now, those are the scenes I know I need to have, and I'll figure it all out after the fact. My brain is done with writing. I would love to be able to dive in to work on some of this stuff more, but I think I am going to call it quits for now, and tomorrow I'll work on the next scene. I have plenty of other projects to work on too, though. I'm probably also going to try to get out of the house a little bit tomorrow. Good morning. It's Tuesday. Today my goal is just to write this one scene, Xander's parents leaving. That's it. That's the only scene I have to write today. And if I do that, then I have achieved my goal. I did finish beta reading one of the projects yesterday, but I still need to go back and leave comments, so I want to do that today. I'm also planning to go out to lunch and run a few errands. We'll see how well we can fit in this one scene, but we will. I guess I'm going to dive into it, and I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. Okay, it is 3:35. I got in some writing. I finished the one scene, 736 words. It's definitely much shorter than it will be in the next draft, but whatever, it's fine. That means I have one scene left. That's almost nothing. Like, this is crazy. Also, we went out to lunch and we went to the Habitat for Humanity restore, and I found a cute little end table that's gonna go in the corner there. It needs cleaned up and it needs some wood glue. We got it discounted because one of the supports isn't glued in, so that needs re-glued so that it's sturdy. It's all wobbly because of that. And then we also picked up a floor lamp. That's also for in here because I want another light source from that general direction. Both the lamp and the table need cleaned up, so they can't really be, incorporated yet. Anyway, I just wanted to check in. Tomorrow I will be working on the final scene in the final chapter, and hopefully that goes well. And then after that, I will be taking a break from this project to work on some other things. But I'm making good progress, and I'm almost done with this. See you guys tomorrow. Good morning. It is Wednesday, and I have one scene left. Honestly, it's kind of crazy. Like, it hasn't really set in that this is the last scene. Partially, because there's so much work left to do on this. The scene is also already partially written. I don't really expect to have to write more than 1,000 words. If that, considering how rough these scenes are, it could just be less. The scene is set maybe 6 months to a year in the future. That's a decent amount of time after everything else that's happened. I'm having a little trouble trying to gather my thoughts to talk about this right now, so I'm just going to dive into it, and we'll see how it goes from there. I might be done. Well, it did not take nearly as much time to finish that scene as I expected. I only wrote a couple hundred words, and it's frustrating because I know that's not a complete scene. There will be more to it, but I'm not sure what that more is right now. And I think I need to do revision stuff before I figure that out. This is why I say this part is more discovery draft. Because that scene, that final scene, is 289 words. And this is supposed to be its own chapter, and that is not its own chapter. That's not even a full scene. But I think that is what it needs to be for now. In which case, I guess this is complete. It doesn't feel like it. So right now, I've got a total of 88,538 words. I was hoping this would break 100K, but I think Act 3 is just way too rough for me to get in the words there. And it is also, I'm coming back to this project after not working on it for like 7 years. This is going to be rough. It is very rough. This is me saying I've finished the draft, which is technically true, but it doesn't feel like an accomplishment. It is though. I need to be happy about this. Maybe actually like printing it out will help. Okay, like an hour later, I have printed off 365 pages, which is way too much. And, at least for now, it is done. I am not going to read this for a little bit. It will be sitting here and marinating, and I'm going to be working on other projects. I have some beta reading that I need to finish, and then a few side projects to work on. As much as I want to shift to working on the Red Riding Hood story, I think I need to work on some smaller pieces first, and then dive into that. I have signed up to join an anthology. I have to have that story ready by September, so I do want to work on a few different options for that, and I do want to focus on getting my Patreon set up, partially so I can use that as a shop for selling my paperbacks directly. And I don't know, I just have a couple other small projects that need work. I feel in a weird place right now because it does not feel like I just finished this today. And that's partially because it's not finished, there's so much more work to do. And it's also just, it hasn't really hit me yet. Like, I should be celebrating right now. I should be really excited and happy, but it just hasn't really hit me yet. Give it time, I guess. But make sure to join me on Monday for a live stream with C.K. Jensen for the 24-hour novel project that they're working on. This will be my first time streaming with C.K. and I'm super excited. Anyway, I will have a link in the description. Make sure to come hang out with us.